morning. Hello, my all ages audience. Oh, goodness. You know me. You know me. Just woke up. No worries. Got coffee. We are going to continue on with the Kingdom Keepers. So I planned ahead a little bit today, and I looked ahead just at the length of the chapters. So we're actually going to read 3 chapters today because they are short chapters, like chapter 4 was, or chapter 3, or I don't remember which one it was. What chapter are we on? Let me see. We're on chapter 5. So we're going to read 5, 6, and 7. Yes, so it was chapter 3 that was super short because chapter 4 was really long. So we are going to read 5, 6, and 7 today. And then on Thursday we're going to read, we might end up just reading part of chapter 8 because chapter 8 is very, very long. So I don't know that it'll be a good kind of time frame for a video, you know what I mean? I'm like, look, like this is 3 chapters and this is 1 chapter. Do you see that? So I think I'm going to split chapter 8 up into 2. Are all the chapters going to be super long like that going forward? No. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with chapter 5. We left off with Finn and Amanda in the Magic Kingdom getting chased. But you gotta help us, Finn pleaded. Listen, I can't, said Brad, the Imagineer who had produced the DHI film shoot at MGM Disney. Behind him, the soundstage hummed with forklifts moving equipment around. From the Magic Kingdom, Amanda and Finn had ridden a bus to the Transportation and Ticket Center and then another to Disney MGM. It was late in the afternoon now, going on evening. Finn had to get home sooner, face being grounded. Brad looked at Amanda a couple of times. Do I know you? He finally inquired. She's a friend, Finn said, interrupting before Amanda could answer. Again, Finn showed him one of the 4 images on the digital camera. That's Willa, remember? You must know how to find her. It's important. Your parents could make a formal request, I suppose. Yeah, right, my parents, Finn complained. It's not like I'm a stalker. I want her phone number is all. Her school, anything. Brad shook his head. He said he was sorry and stepped back onto the soundstage. Finn called out loudly, what if I can prove there's something wrong with the DHI technology? This was his last resort. Brad slowed a step, but did not stop completely. What if the DHIs are all in danger? Amanda and Brad looked at Finn curiously. What are you talking about, kid? There's nothing wrong with the technology, he said, taking a step closer. No? Finn thought he had him now. Get me the names of their schools. I'll do the rest. What's wrong with the technology? There's nothing wrong with the technology, Brad said more forcefully. Nice try. He turned his back on Finn once again. Finn said, an old guy named Wayne, an Imagineer like you. Wayne Kretzky? How do you know Wayne? Brad sounded impressed. That's for me to know and you to find out. Call Wayne. Ask him if he knows me. You know Wayne, Brad repeated, somewhat astonished. I know about the Overtakers. The color in Brad's face drained away. Finn thought if he pushed him, he might have fallen over. The sooner you clear this with Wayne, the better. The longer it takes for me to get to the other hosts, the greater the danger. Brad's voice cracked as he said, no one's in danger. Finn said, talk to Wayne. Finn signaled Amanda with his eyes. Time to go. A few minutes later, they walked past the giant replica of Mickey's sorcerer's cap. What was all that about? She asked. What school do the Overtakers play for? School. They're a sports team, right? Oh, right, Finn said. He felt he owed her more than that. Have you ever had a dream so real that you woke up and you were sure you'd just been wherever you'd been in the dream? Everybody has dreams like that. For me, well, it's more like a nightmare. What if somebody tells you something in the dream, something to look for when you wake up, and you wake up and there it is? I'd have to think about that, she conceded. Finn felt frustrated. He wanted to be alone with time to think things through. She said, if you know this guy, Wayne, maybe he could help you find the others. No, he's the one who asked me to find them. Amanda's face twisted. Oh. They reached the bus pickup point at the Transportation and Ticket Center. Her bus arrived. She said, the Overtakers aren't a sports team, are they? No. And you're not going to tell me what they are? Maybe sometime. I can help you, Finn. I want to help you. But you've got to let me in. He saw something behind her eyes, as if she knew more than she was letting on. Or was that just another girl trick? Finn couldn't think of what to say. Amanda climbed onto the bus, pausing briefly to talk to the driver. There were no tickets required on the Disney buses, so why would Amanda stop to talk to the bus driver? As the bus pulled away, Finn couldn't get the driver's face out of his mind. An old man with white hair, ice blue eyes, and a kind face. Wayne? Was it possible? His hand trembling, Finn reread the list that had been left for him at the school office the next day. Howard, Lee, Maitland, Jackson. He recognized these names of 4 middle schools, 4 schools where he now believed he'd find the other DHIs. The note wasn't signed, but he knew it was from Brad. You don't have to do this, he reminded Amanda, though it was a little late now. They were riding on a somewhat smelly city bus toward Lee Middle School. 1-story buildings painted pink, sea blue, and white streamed past. Heat waves shimmered from pavement. Another fall day. I'm okay, she replied. He wanted to think this had been his idea, but he knew better. He wasn't sure how she'd managed to talk him into letting her join, but here she was. We might not get back in time for 5th period, he warned. They'd skipped out on lunch together, slipping out a door near the gym. They'd be in some serious trouble if they got caught. I'm a big girl, Finn. The bus driver, a fat guy with a blotchy red face, kept an eye on them in the mirror. Finn was feeling paranoid. Hey, do you think that he's watching us? Amanda said, interrupting. Yes. What if he's some kind of spy? Finn asked. Oh, please. He's just curious about a couple of kids on their own in the middle of the day. He felt stupid for having said that. The German and Amanda asked, what kind of spy? For whom? She whispered into his ear. The Overtakers? She meant to tease him, but Finn wasn't laughing. You saw those guys yesterday at the Magic Kingdom? Finn reminded her. You weren't supposed to be there. You broke the rules, she reminded him. You think they're Overtakers? Again, she was teasing. As if you'd know. When are you going to tell me what's going on? When I find out myself, he answered. These other kids, the other DHIs, she said. You think they have the answers? Not exactly. The driver picked up a black radio microphone with a curly black cord and spoke into it. They couldn't hear what he was saying. What if he works with truancy cops? Finn said. The schools were serious about kids cutting class. Now you're making me paranoid, she said sharply. She reached up and pressed the signal for the next stop. The brakes hissed as the bus slowed and pulled over to the curb. As they hurried off the bus, Finn caught the driver's gaze in the side mirror. He was watching them. 9 hot blocks later, they reached the school. Finn was thirsty. It was a nicer, newer school than theirs. They walked down the main hall, trying to look like they knew where they were going. Neither had been there before. "What's the plan?" Amanda asked. "We are here at lunchtime for a reason," Finn explained, checking a wall clock. They had to catch a return bus within 20 minutes or they'd miss the start of fifth period. He doubted they'd make it. They located the cafeteria following the noise and smells. To save time, Finn and Amanda had decided to split up. The enormous room was packed with kids, littered with backpacks. Hundreds of kids ate at long tables. As Finn passed a table, he heard someone behind him say, "Hey, isn't that one of the hosts from Disney World?" Less than 5 minutes and he'd been spotted. He didn't like being famous as much as he thought he would. He slipped on his sunglasses. He saw Amanda a few tables away. She carried copies of the photographs they'd taken at the Magic Kingdom. She was showing them around to kids and asking questions. Finn didn't know which of the 4 DHIs went to Lee. He walked slowly, studying faces at various tables. It was really loud in here. An abundance of food smells combined into a stink he found sickening. A big guy suddenly jumped in Finn's way, an 8th grader, judging by his size. He wore a Colorado Avalanche jersey, colorful jams, and new Nikes. "Who you staring at?" he growled. "No one." The big kid reached out and lifted Finn's sunglasses. "You think you're too cool?" Seeing Finn, he did a double take. "Hey, how come I know you?" "Give me back my glasses, please." "Aren't you like on Zoom or something?" "I'd like my glasses back, please." "Give them back, Roy," a girl at the next table said. "It's not Zoom, stupid. He's a host. Over at the Magic Kingdom, like Charlene Turner." Charlene Turner. Finn had her last name now. "Oh, yeah," the big kid said, reluctantly returning sunglasses to Finn. "What are you doing here?" "Looking for Charlene," Finn said. "Can't help you," the big guy said, sitting back down. Finn looked at the girl expectantly, but she shook her head. "Sorry," she said. Finn looked up to see Amanda waving at him. Having won his attention, she pointed to a window that looked out onto the playing fields. She moved her hand to mimic dribbling a ball. "Leave it to Amanda." She'd found Charlene. Charlene was talking with 3 other girls, all dressed for PE, in gray gym shorts and yellow t-shirts. Charlene's expression changed instantly when she saw Finn approaching. He wondered why she should be so disappointed to see him. They'd all gotten along well enough during the shoot. "Hey," he said, greeting her, suddenly made painfully aware of Amanda standing by his side. Charlene excused herself from her friends, saying, "Back in a whack," as she approached Finn. "What are you doing here? Are you cutting?" she asked, viewing Finn skeptically. "And who's she?" "I have to talk to you, and then she's a friend." Charlene looked him over and then met eyes with Amanda. "I don't think so," she said, starting to walk back toward her friends. "The dreams. Disney after dark," Finn said. That stopped her cold. Amanda looked at Finn curiously, but knew better than to say anything. "Dreams that aren't dreams." Charlene spun to face him, excitement and alarm in her sparkling eyes. "No way you could know that," she said. "Unless," Finn said, "I've been there too." "What's this about?" Amanda asked. A whisper meant only for Finn, yet Charlene overheard. "Where's she fit in?" Charlene asked. "I told you. A friend willing to help me out," Finn explained. He added quickly, "Wayne, the old guy. Have you met him? He needs us all together at night. Tonight or tomorrow, as soon as I can find everyone. The 5 of us all together." "This isn't happening," said Charlene, suspicious of Amanda, puzzled by Finn. But the expression on her face told him she'd also been in the park in her dreams. Charlene was the kind of girl you might see on a cereal box. "Do you know how to reach any of the others?" Finn asked. "I run into On BMK sometimes, though it's more by chance. Virtual Magic Kingdom, a new, massively multiplayer online game. All the rage. Finn played too. Can you tell her to meet us? It's not like I know her like that, her friends called over to her. Listen, I can't do this now, Charlene said. Contact Willa if you can, but whatever you do, go to bed early tonight. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock exactly. I've been trying to stay up. I don't exactly love my dreams lately. We need to know, he said. She had to be as curious about this as he was. Could they possibly meet in the park in their dreams? Yeah, okay, Charlene said reluctantly. Charlene looked straight at Amanda but spoke to Finn. No one can know about this, she said, then lowered her voice and hissed. It isn't safe. The coach's whistle sounded shrilly. Charlene took off running but glanced back at Finn one last time. He saw fear in her eyes. Meet me, he called out. Charlene didn't answer, but her eyes registered that she'd heard. After a moment, Amanda said, We'd better be getting back. Yeah, Finn agreed. This isn't safe. Charlene's warning seemed to hang in the air between them. All right. We will continue on with the Kingdom Keepers on Thursday morning at 10 a.m. I will say I got a new job that I'm starting Thursday afternoon. I don't know what my schedule is going to be yet. So Wake Up stories might be changing. So just keep an eye out on my page. I'll be sure to make posts, but Thursday we're still on because I don't have to be to work until 2 p.m. So 10 a.m. we're going to be back here for all ages stories, and we will keep on with chapter 8 on Thursday. You all have a good day.